I'm trying to think of like the most sort of unpopular names I could think of that I named my cats. One of them is Valoria. If you've never heard or seen a Valoria, I have plastered her all over my life, and that's because I had her for 25 years. I was a huge Pixies fan. If you don't know the Pixies, man, you really should. But one of their more iconic songs back when I adopted her was Valoria. There are other cats in my life who came from a more obvious place. Mowgli being one of them. My boy Mowgli is like a panther. He's a black cat. And he just reminds me, because he was always getting in trouble, getting on my shoulder, hanging from the chandeliers, and he reminds you of Mowgli from the Jungle Book. Yeah, that was a little more obvious. Barry, our beloved Barry, my wife's soulmate for so many years, he was named because when she got him, she TNR'd, he and his litter mates got them out of a sewer in Los Angeles, pulled them out, and Barry, they all these little like 10-day-old kittens were like, meow, meow. And then she got to Barry and it was like, meow. So Barry White, that's where that came from. Anyway, that is nothing about today's topic, which is the most popular cat names of 2021. So Rover, the pet insurance company, did a data crunch of over 650,000 cats and came up with this list of the most popular cat names in 2021. And I am going to go over the top 10. So starting to count down at the 10th most popular name of 2021, Simba. And now Simba, I gotta figure every year Simba's gonna be in the top 10 somewhere. And Simba comes from Swahili, meaning lion or strength. But when you think about it, the reason we would call a cat Simba, Lion King kind of rules a whole generation of people. And Simba was the protagonist. Was he?
Yeah.
Was he the dad or was he the kid?
He was the kid.
He was the kid. And it shows you how much I know about the freaking Lion King. I mean, more than, the Swahili, I think that really, if we think about it, the Lion King has informed an entire generation of kids turned into adults, from the movie to the smash Broadway play. Thank you, Elton John. And Simba was the child Simba. Yeah, that was Simba. So, number 10. Coming at number 9 in the most popular cat names of 2021, Lucy. I don't really know what to say about Lucy and why Lucy would be more popular in 2021. Again, like Simba, my thought is that Lucy will always find her way into the top 10 or even maybe the top 10 female names. Lucy from Peanuts cartoon, but then Lucy would be kind of mean. Lucy was a little mean. So maybe just a pretty name. Anyway, you guys, if you have a reason why you think Lucy is a popular name, or if you have a cat named Lucy and you can tell me why you named your cat Lucy, it's a beautiful name, put that down in the comments. The 8th most popular cat name of 2021, Willow. Willow, just so you know, is derived from the Old English word welig, or is it velig, and that means willow tree. So you think about that, and I would name someone Willow, someone who's sort of thin, lithe, graceful, because if you think about a willow tree, that's what I would think. Now, one other thing I thought of was Willow Smith, who is a very talented singer-songwriter, artist all the way around. In 2021, she released her album, Lately I Feel Everything, which spawned 2 massive top 10 hits, great songs, and she was everywhere, let's face it. So maybe, named after Willow Smith, or because they're graceful and lithe, and I get to do this whole thing, but that's number 8. And the top 10 thing for you to do this year in 2022 is subscribe to the Jackson Galaxy channel. Really that simple. Hit subscribe, make sure you hit the bell so you know about all the cool stuff that's coming up, and maybe even give us a thumbs up because you're like, ooh, top 10. Number 7, most popular name 2021, cats, drum roll, Charlie. So here's the thing about Charlie. I mean, Charlie is derived from the German, which means free man. That ain't it. If I think about why somebody names their cat Charlie, and let me tell you something, 30 years hanging around tens of thousands of cats, I know my Charlies. And Charlies are usually black and white. They're usually black and white, and a lot of them have like the little mustache or whatever. And who is that? That's Charlie Chaplin, you know? That's the little tramp. That's what, to me, keeps Charlie up there in the top 10 year on year on year. And, you know, by the way, not disparaging any of you guys who named your cat Charlie, so don't give me any hate. I just think that that's what it is. And if you have a Charlie that's not black and white, put it in the comments. And the number 6 most popular cat name of 2021, Bella. Bella's origin, whether it's Spanish, Italian, Portuguese, Latin, various translations for the word beautiful. And you gotta figure with all those languages, it's gonna filter down over time. Bella notte, I think of that as Italian. I mean, Bella, you think Italian to me. You know, was it Bella from Harry Potter or Bella from Twilight? I don't know, that wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. I just think it sounds nice. It's one of those like, oh, you are Bella. Bella notte. Moving on. Number 5 on the 2021 hit parade of cat names, and that would be Loki. Again, I can tell you that Loki is always there. I mean, I wish I had the whole last 20 years to compare this to and do some whole data crunching, but Loki's always going to be there. Loki derives from Norse, and it's a boy's name. It's Norse for airy, but that's not where it comes from. It comes from Norse mythology. It comes from Norse mythology, and it is the trickster god. It's the god of mischief. And, you know, we're going to name a cat Loki because he's always getting in trouble. He's got his head in the cookie jar. He's knocking stuff off the table. You know, this little kitten who everybody else is just playing, having a good time. And then there's one who's just like stealing your wallet. That would be Loki. And of course, Loki is also very popular because of the whole Marvel Thor thing. Maybe it would have been stuck in my head. But anyway, it's always there, and that's Loki, number 5. And number 4 on our countdown of most popular names in 2021 is by far the biggest surprise.
Whoa, whoa. Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
Leo. And again, I'm not making fun of anybody who names their cat anything. This is the guy who named his cat Valoria. But Leo, always gonna be there. Why? Because Leo is the lion. I don't know where it comes from, like the etymology of Leo, but let's just say Leo, lion. Leo, the constellation that is a lion. Leo's also the astrological sign. Leo's associated with lions. Lions are associated with cats. There you have it. I know it's a revelation, but it's always going to be there in the top 10. Leo. All right, we are into the top 3 names of cats for 2021. Now, without me going into it right now, what's your guess of the top 3 names of 2021? Before you even hear it, put it in a comment. Put it in a comment right now. Go. I trust you. Go. In the meantime, number 3, the real deal, is Oliver. I mean, I think we see a lot of Olivers. And Oliver, if I think about it, if I were to name a cat Oliver, it would be because he's just sweet. It's a very, like, you're a little boy kind of name. That's what I think of when I think of Oliver. Now, is that the reason? Is it because it reminds people of the olive tree? And the olive tree represents things like beauty and dignity and that kind of thing? Probably not, because then it would be called the Oliver tree. Or is it because of the cartoon or animated movie, or it wasn't a series, was it? It was a movie. The movie, which tells you what I was doing, but the 1988 movie Oliver and Company, and Oliver was a little cat. And I have not watched it, so I can't tell you, but I figured 1988, that would make you, let's say you were a 6-year-old in 88, so you'd be 40 something right about now. And that makes sense, you know, because you'd be bringing in cat children more if you're in your 40s. We're getting into sociology right now, and that is not my long suit anyway. Number 3, the cute little boy Oliver. Number 2, the second most popular name of cats in 2021, Milo. Now, is it because that it's derived from Slavic languages, like the root of it, mil, is dear or beloved? No, that's not the reason, you scholars out there. It just caresses my palate. I am the guardian of the dictionary. Frenetic random. I am a student of many things. I'm not crying. Ah, those cat cherubs. It's all about, my guess anyway, is Milo and Otis, the 1986, and I believe it was a live action movie about an orange tabby named Milo and a pug named Otis. And my guess is just like with Oliver and Company, I mean, Oliver was an orange tabby, Milo an orange tabby, which does tell us there must have been a lot of orange tabbies in 2021. I can find that out. Anyway, my guess is that I bet you if we were looking at the top 5 pug names, Otis has got to be right there. So anyway, Milo and Otis, I bet you it's an orange tabby thing, but that is our number 2 most popular name in 2021. And I believe that we need a proper drum roll. Drum roll, please. The number 1 most popular name of 2021 based on a data crunch of 650,000 cats from Rover, the pet insurance company, is Luna. Let's let that sink in for a second. Does that shock you? It shocks me a little bit. It shocks all of us in here right now. Because, yes, it's always going to be popular, and I bet you it's popular with kids' names as well. But it is, it's based on the moon. And the moon is, in itself, romantic, ethereal, that kind of thing. Or it just sounds good. And I'm thinking, like, you know, Luna, Bella Luna.
Guardate la bella luna.
Luna is the top name, and that's it. That's our top 10 list of 2021. If you have any of the top 10s, or if you're really resentful because your cat was not in the top 10, or if you're like me and you are really proud because you named your cat something that nobody else named their cat, down in the comments, you guys. And that's what the comments are for, and I love comments. And what I also love is when you guys subscribe to this channel, when you ring the bell so that you get notifications for all kinds of cool things, when you give me a thumbs up because, ooh, top 10 names, why not? And finally, if you've joined our new VIP club, the Mojo Knots, then I really love that because the Mojo Knots is an exclusive new club where you get bonus footage, exclusive content, membership to our Discord channel, live chats, I mean, all kinds of great stuff. Hit the join button and then you'll find out more about that. In the meantime, that's it for us. Bella Gatti, Bella Luna, Bella, Bella Luna, Gatti, Bella audience. Love you guys. Light, love, and bell'amore.